my foot in my hand.
Ow, ow, ow. I hear you walking in.
Later this hour, Aaron Irving will be here to tell jokes and see how the market's doing. And I did get a note from General Greg Zanetti. He was supposed to be on with us last week. He had called me while I was on the road and wanted to be on the radio and talk about Ukraine, Russia, all that kind of stuff going on. And we didn't hear from him on Radio Day. And so he sent me a note, and he tore his contact lens. How do you tear a contact lens? And some of it was still in his eye.
Ooh.
So that's not good. So anyway, he got it all out. He's all good. And so we're going to get him rescheduled for sometime this week. I need to get Tammy on to talk about the Yucca Blossom Trade Show. I think the Pregnancy Center of Artesia folks want to come on and talk about what they're doing over there. So we got a lot of folks we're going to try to get on. Last week, 2 weeks has been kind of crazy for us trying to get all the tournaments covered.
Yes.
You guys, when there's big tournaments like that, like the baseball and softball tournaments, and we had people from Las Vegas, Cobre, Los Alamos, all over the place, New Mexico. Did the chamber get inquiries? Do people that are coming in for tournaments and stuff, do they stop by the chamber and inquire about the rest of the town?
We do have a few. In fact, the last couple of weeks we've had some really fun visitors, and because we are a little bit different than other chambers where we house the visitor center. Like Roswell's visitor center is completely separate from their chamber, but we have both,
right?
Which is cool, but because we get to see and meet all these people. But we did have some people from Australia come in last week.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
And we could have sat there and listened to them talk all day long. But we had things to do, and they had things to do, and wanted to go and see the town. But it was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun to visit with them.
What were they doing in this part of the world?
Their daughter was with them, and she goes to college in Austin, Texas, and they were kind of just touring this part of the state.
Well, that was nice.
Part of Mexico. They were going to the caverns, they'd gone to White Sands and done the alien thing, and so they were just stopping at all the places. It was cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
So
they were so in awe of our bronze sculptures. They just... And, of course, we only have little ones in the chain. We have the maquettes, 3 of them. But so we were really telling them, hey, go, because they saw
the maquettes and they were impressed with those.
Well, and they saw a couple when they drove in, the one right there at the Shell station, part of the cattle drive series. And so they saw that one and they thought, oh, my goodness gracious, we got to get more information on this. So they came in, got the information, and we're so pumped to go walk the city.
Well, that was neat.
So, yeah.
From Australia. Yeah. So they had the accent and everything, huh?
They did. Yes. Yes. It was awesome.
Yeah. What part of Australia did they say?
I do not know.
Okay.
I don't know that.
Because it's a big continent.
Yes.
But the population is in kind of 2 different areas of the country along the coast. There's not a whole lot of people in the middle because it's kind of desert-like, barren wasteland parts of Australia.
Really? Have you been there?
No, but I've read about it, and there's a lot of people that do want to go. They've kind of been in COVID lockdown the last couple of years.
Yeah.
They've been pretty, you can't go anywhere, do anything.
Yeah.
They had a big controversy with a tennis player because they had the Australian Open tennis tournament there, and you have to be vaccinated. And there was one of those tennis players that had not been vaccinated, and they wouldn't let him in the country. Couldn't compete.
Wow.
So caused quite a stir.
There you go.
So
crazy. No, it was fun.
But we let them in this country.
Yep. They can play here.
The Australians, we let the Australians come into this country.
Yes, into Artesia even. They infiltrated. They were the nicest people. It was really
great.
Cool. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, it was fun to have them. But it is fun when we get. Of course, right now we have people coming in grabbing their Tebow tickets, and those are our visitors that come in. We talk to them about all the things, but some of them, even the locals, they'll come in and say, "I've never been in here before.
I know.
This is cool."
Yeah, yeah. It's the not the original Santa Fe train station. I think it was the second or third train station for the city, for the town, for the village of Artesia. But it's that one's been there a while.
It has. We've got an old black and white picture of it that we keep in the depot to show people what it looked like, and it still has that same, the bricks and the arches and all the things. It's really cool.
Yeah.
It's really
cool. They had their design language.
Yes.
When they built all those train stations, so that everywhere you went, when you saw that,
you knew it was
the Santa Fe train depot.
Train depot.
Before we were so rudely interrupted by the world news. There was something else that you wanted to share with the folks.
Yeah. So of course the weekend of April 2nd, we're just, I keep saying it. We're really encouraging people to stay in town that weekend, because not only do we have the car show, Tim Tebow, Yucca Blossom. There's also a golf tournament for the Lions Club that Saturday during the day.
Did they send you a flyer on that?
No.
No.
But I know of it.
Yeah, I know you know of it.
Yes.
But because...
No, I just put it in chamber chat.
No, I'm glad you did. I didn't know if they had brought you a flyer and had not brought us one, because I was going to gripe about that, but... They didn't bring you one either.
Neither one of us got. We're still helping out. So yeah, they golf tournament. I think it's a 6-person scramble, which makes it easy and fun, and kind of opens it up to anyone that wants to go out and have fun.
Yep.
And they'll have lunch out there at the Shack, I believe, and then of course it's here in Artesia at the Country Club. I don't know the price, but Juan at the Country Club is taking all the reservations, so holler at him. And then there is also we talked about the book sale going on, so holy moly,
there's a lot.
Friday, Saturday book sale, Friday, Saturday car show, Tim Tebow Saturday, Sunday Yucca Blossom, and Saturday the golf tournament.
The now Linda's golf tournament is this weekend.
Yeah, this weekend now.
That's this weekend.
The 26th, 28th? 26th.
26th, so it's Saturday. We got this from Vitalent yesterday. They are now doing antibody tests when you donate blood.
That sounds interesting.
So,
and is it free, or do you have to pay extra for that, or does it?
It does not indicate that there is any cost to do this.
Okay.
In other words, you give blood, which they don't charge you to give blood.
Right, that's on you.
That's on you.
Donation.
And then what they'll do is they'll do a antibody test, because if your plasma has antibodies in it, then you may want to authorize them to use the plasma to help people who have immunocompromised systems, and the antibody plasma can be very beneficial to some folks that are dealing with some of that. So, but it'll be about 2 weeks after you do your blood donation that then you can find out if you have the antibodies.
So, if you donate plasma, do they pay you? Like I remember in college.
Well, they take your blood and then they separate it out, and plasma is what's left after they've run it through the through the process.
Do they put no? What's the one where they take something and then put it back into you?
Well, that's a transfusion. Vitalent
your own blood transfusion,
or you can get other people's blood. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, you're in bad shape if you need a transfusion.
Yeah, no, there was something where I think in college you could go as a poor starving college kid and go donate plasma. And they would give you $50 or something, and then you could go get groceries and ramen and
ramen,
all the things. Hey, so I'm so excited for tomorrow.
Okay.
Because the library, it says teen on it, but maybe if I dressed in my 90s clothes, then, I could go. But they're having miniature golf at the library.
In the library, that's right.
I'm so excited. Okay, so it's at 6:00. We had a phone call yesterday at the chamber. In fact, she's like, what do I do with my teenagers this week? They're driving me crazy. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they have to go play mini golf. Yeah,
Code Club is today. For teens.
Code Club, yeah. I thought you said Coat Club. I'm like, what is that?
And then, tomorrow at 6 is teen mini golf. They did the Nerf battle with the police officers in the library.
Yes.
Now they're doing this. This isn't with the police officers. It's just
for fun.
So they're laying out a miniature golf course in the library.
Yes.
And you'll get to go play miniature golf in the library.
Do you think it's real golf balls? Because there's so many windows. I would be super nervous but you know what? They're trying it there, and it sounds like a ton of fun.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you think they find Nerf bullets just because, like, when we have Nerf gun wars in my house,
I'm sure they
which
do.
Happens. It's so much fun.
Ma'am, I found this in the
right?
cooking section.
Like on top of the book, and it's like on the top shelf,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just laying there collecting dust
Yeah.
Yeah, I find them everywhere.
This is today.
Oh.
In the Bulldog Bowl right now till 1 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
Curative COVID-19 testing.
That one, we had to do that back, in September
Mm-hmm.
of last year. And it's real quick. You don't even get out of your car. They just come in, come out, do all the things. Make sure you sign your name.
Make sure you sign your name.
Yep.
So that's today in Artesia.
Yes. There's another thing going on this week that's really fun.
Is this
swim.
This thing here?
Yep, that's going on this Saturday. It's the Casey White Memorial.
Smoking Clay Shoot.
Yes, Smoking Clay Shoot, and it's with the volunteer firefighters.
Sun Country. And the Boy Scout Troop 228.
Mm-hmm.
So they're doing that event on Saturday. What's happening at the pool?
So the pool is having swim camp.
Did they send you info on that?
No, it's on their Facebook page. Let me pull it up really quick.
Because we don't have anything from the...
Yeah.
See here? Do I see nothing
You
from the pool?
have a lot of paperwork.
I have a lot of stuff here, but nothing from the pool.
Yes, so Artesia Aquatic Center.
We would talk about it if they would send it to us.
I know it.
And you'd put it in the chamber chat.
100%.
You would. So what's going on at the pool?
Okay. Oh, maybe they're sold out. I don't know. It says 5 days ago, we have a few spots left
so they may be
for
full.
Splash Camp. So come by and get a registration packet today.
Oh, and you know what else is, and I think Lana pulled it, which we should because it's today, but this was the week of the drama classes.
Yes, that was the other
drama
thing I was
camp
going
at
to
the
tell
Ocotillo,
you.
yeah.
And that one is, they're charging per day. So I don't think you have to sign, I don't think it's too late.
Okay.
Even though it started yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's different age groups at different times during the day. So the lady that called me about her teenagers that were driving her crazy, I said, it's cool. Guess what? You've got 2 hours. At 1:30 today, send them to the Ocotillo, and they'll do theater camp. And so it's like 2-hour time slots throughout the day with different age groups, which I think sounds really fun.
Yep.
So
I think that's great.
Yeah.
And that's something else they've got going on. I've always... This guy was here years ago. This is coming up in a couple of weeks. April 8th is the guy with the rescue dogs.
Is that the Muttville comics?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Johnny Piers and the Muttville Comics, and they're going to be here Friday, April 8th.
And he's going to have dogs.
Yes. Yeah, because you can't train a cat.
You know what? My mom's cat and my sister's cat both fetch.
No.
Yes. I will show you videos.
That's
they
crazy.
both have learned to fetch.
Wow.
Anyway, but yes, dogs are much better at some of these.
Yeah, so this is...
hula hooping, it looks like. Is that what he's doing?
Yeah, that's what the poodle-like dog is doing.
He's hula hooping.
Yes.
Okay, you guys have to go watch a dog hula hoop.
That's right. So $25 for adults, K through 12, $15 at the Ocotillo, and I'm sure they have their tickets online.
Yes.
Go to the Ocotillo website for that. So that's coming up the week after
car show.
After car show weekend.
So goodness. Okay, this weekend golf. Next weekend all the fun things. All the things. And then the weekend after that, dogs and hula hoops. So cool.
There's a lot going on.
Yes.
And I say what I say because a lot of times they'll take the posters to the post office or, maybe where they bank.
Yes.
But they don't always go to the other places. So like over on Main Street, across from the Everspring, there's a newspaper.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you brought it there, they could put it in the paper.
Yes.
And over here on Quay, there's a radio station.
What?
And if you dropped it by here, we'd put it on the radio. And then if you go over there on First Street, where the train depot is,
yes,
there's a chamber.
No way.
And you guys would like spread the word through
We can help out.
your
We
resources.
can all help.
Yeah.
Lots of resources right here locally. Of course, there's always, this is the list of the things that we do for our events. I'm not lying. Like, it's so crazy. Newspaper, radio, social media, Facebook and Instagram, and sometimes even sponsored, billboards,
Okay.
Focus magazine,
Okay.
snail mail, flyers, and applications and things like that.
Right.
Email.
Newsletters. Well, that's part of your email.
Yep. Word of mouth.
Bat signal.
I mean, a banner.
Okay.
We have a banner.
All right.
On Derek Floor.
Uh-huh.
All the things. And I kid you not, people will still be like, I didn't hear of that.
I know.
And we're like, holy moly. Okay.
And that's never changed.
I know.
How things are spread has changed, but that's never changed. Some people they get busy.
Yes.
And they're focused on the kids or the job or whatever, and they just don't take time to lift their face up and look around for just a little bit. And so, take time to, subscribe to the Chamber newsletter.
Yes. Holler at Jessica at artesiachamber.com. We'll put you on the newsletter. You don't have to be a member. It goes out weekly. However, oftentimes it goes to spam. We're working on that, figuring that out. But yes. But you're totally right. So the other day, my kiddo was grounded from his iPad.
Uh-oh.
And no, I take it back. He wasn't grounded. We went straight from school to Walmart.
Okay.
So didn't go home. And so he was looking out the windows of
He didn't
the
have an
car.
iPad.
Didn't have the,
Okay.
And
so he wasn't
we're
grounded
driving, no,
in
not
this
grounded.
particular.
I'm sorry. I had that wrong. But we're driving down the one-way towards Walmart after Bowman right there,
Yep.
And he looks over and he goes, Mom, that house is finished being built. And I was like, it's been done for like years now. I kid you not. It's been done for years. And he's like, look, Mom, it's finished. And I'm like, yeah, isn't it beautiful? He's like, yeah, the house is really cool. I'm all,
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been living there for a while now, kid.
That's right.
Look out the windows.
Look out the window. Yeah. Well, we've all done that at somewhere. There was the little games or, I think what was fun for me, whenever we did get to travel, I would take a map, not a phone.
Yes.
No GPS guided thing on the phone. Could you imagine the pioneers going across the countryside and not having GPS?
Oh my gosh, 1883. Is it 18? Yeah.
The TV show?
I mean, how do they know what state they're in? How do they know?
How do they know what time it was?
Yeah. They watched the sun, I guess. But the other thing I worry about, and actually I don't worry, it doesn't keep me up at night, but
right.
A thing I've noticed is with the invention of the screen in your face, the kids, when they get their driver's license, they don't know where they're going. Like when I got my license, I had been in the car with my mom, watching, seeing, and kind of had an idea of where I was going to be going in town.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Mike, I don't even know. We live really close to the aquatic center. Well, now he knows because he walks home from school. But before that, I don't know if he could know how to even get to the pool.
It is interesting how the technology has changed things. Most people look at an analog clock with hands in the second hand and don't know how to tell time.
Wow.
There's a lot of people that don't.
Yeah.
They look at a clock like that and they go, well, what time is it? Well, big hands on the 9 and the little hands on the 5. What does that tell you?
Yeah. They don't know.
They don't know.
Yeah.
No, I could see that because what we would do is we'd have the big fold-out map, and I'd be sitting in the back seat as Dad was driving, and I'd be looking at the scenery, and I'd be looking at the map, and I'd be kind of like plotting where we were on our trek across Iowa to go see Grandma.
And this much was 5 miles or 100 miles or whatever, and you're like looking at your little inch, and you're like, okay, we have 1, 2, 3. Oh man, we have like an hour to go.
That's right. That's right. That's exactly right.
Yeah, I did that too.
Now you can certainly do that with the GPS on the phone because you've got the map and do that, but it's kind of nice to the pins on the map on the phone, and so you're not having to calculate where you are. It'd be kind of nice, to look around and see scenery and stuff like that.
I
So.
used to do that on my way back from like college.
Mm-hmm.
I would be watching the mile markers.
Yeah.
And I knew what mile marker, when you get into town, what mile marker it was. So then I would just like do my math. Okay, I have this many miles till I get there.
Yep.
Man.
Yep. Sometimes those games were fun to try to keep the kids occupied. Now everybody just throws them an iPad and says, shut up, let me drive.
Turn on those DVDs.
Yeah, turn on the
Which is
DVDs
nice,
or do something like that, yeah.
But I like doing games too. My kiddo and I used to play the alphabet game.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun.
The alphabet game?
Alphabet game. Yeah, there's a couple different ways to play it. You could either...
Is it,
you had
see
to
a
find
car?
the letter on a sign or on a
sign.
car or on
Okay.
a truck. However, when there was no sign, between Roswell and Vaughn, and there's
nothing to see.
like 5 cars.
Anybody do padiddles?
I don't know what that is. Is
For
it like
me,
a Wordle?
No. Yeah, precursor. If you saw a car with a headlight out, that was a padiddle.
I always would knock twice on the window for good luck.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Anywho.
We have to go now.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Thanks for letting me stay extra.
And folks,
It was fun.
if you have things that you want people to know about, it's okay to put it on your social media page. But if there's other people that may want to find out about it, and so bring it to the chamber, bring it to the paper, bring it to us. As you're running around putting your flyers out, drop them by, and we'll help spread the word for you.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks, Jessica.
Cool. Thanks, Gene.